Hello, everybody. Good evening. It's 7:15 here in Ireland, and it's time of our message today, our talking today. So it's good to have you all here. And today we will keep going on our short messages from the book Living in Spring. And today we will um, talk about message 138, which the title is The Right Remedy. The Right Remedy. Okay, so I hope you're okay. I hope you're fine. I hope everything's okay for you in terms of preparations for the end of the year parties, workload, holidays, code like here. I hope everything's okay. So, in order to start, we will do our initial prayer. And to do this, I'd like to invite everyone to, if you can, close your eyes, if you want to, of course. Let's raise up our thoughts towards our mentors, towards Jesus, asking them to enlighten ourselves, to look after ourselves, giving us hope, wisdom, and patience. So be it. Amen. Hi, Rihanna. Good to have you here. Yeah, I think in South Africa is very, very hot. It's like here. Here is very hot, -2 now. But anyway. So, message 138, the right remedy. What the right remedy? What do you think it is the right remedy? Do you need a remedy? We're gonna see lots of rain. Yeah, it's crazy everywhere, isn't it? It's crazy everywhere. So we don't have this type of code in December. Usually we have this code in mid January, beginning of February. But anyway, this is the world we're living. This is what we have for today. So be it. So what is the right remedy? What Emmanuel wants to say to us in terms of what is why he called this remedy. While I'm reading the message, while we are explaining the message, try to figure out before anything what's in the conception of Jesus. What's the right remedy? It's a pill you need to take, it's a prayer, it's a faith, it's a belief in yourself, it is look after your brother in terms of charity, in terms of fraternity. Okay, that's a lot of things could be the right remedy. And then starts, now we do not need to write to you concerning fraternal charity, for you yourselves have been taught by God that you are to love one another. This is Paul 4:9. And then starts the message. In its mission as counselor, Spiritism receives hundreds of thousands of requests from anxious souls who beg for help in solving various problems. Okay, the mission of the Spiritism counselor. Why consoler? It is consoler because it gives to us hope. It's given to us a consolation that, oh, that is not the end. It's just another phase. Life keeps going. So whatever you are doing, whatever you're fighting for, you're not being vain. We may finish the material, let's say, phase, and then keep going on the spiritual phase. So that's the consolation of hope, the consolation of fraternity, the consolation of charity, the consolation of peace. You know, and this is the mission of the spiritism, one of the missions. Here, a father who lacks understanding and who uses cruel means to educate his children. There, a rebellious and ungrateful son who flees the beauty of comprehension. So problems we have everywhere. It's not a humankind situation only. No, even though we are in the spiritual world, we still have problems. But mainly these problems we have in the spiritual world is because lack of understanding life. There, the difference between when you are incarnated and when you are discarnated is because when you are incarnated, you have the feeling you don't know what you don't know, you cannot look back. You cannot look back. You don't have the visibility. Let's say uh, you don't have a great overview. When you are incarnated, you are there. You are when you are discarnated. You have this overview. Depends of your evolution. Depends the permissions you have. You may see some actions you did in the past. What was the consequences? Some explanations in terms of, oh, you are having this because of that. If you do this, that's going to be the consequences. And problems we have. Hey, Lou, how are you, my dear? Good to have you here. So, this type of problems we always going to have. Now, it's not because you are in the spiritual world, you say, oh, I'm free of problems. No, you still have problems. You'll be worried about those who are still on earth incarnated doing their mission. You are still worried about your own evolution. So, like said here, a father who lacks understanding, who uses cruel means to educate his children. This is a earthly problem. A rebellious and ungrateful son who flees the beauty of comprehension. This is this is earthly problems. Over there, someone who is fascinated by the appearance of the world and who abandon his commitments to a higher ideal. Yonder, a brother who refuses to offer fraternal help. We have these everywhere. Why we have this everywhere? Because this is a choice. Your choice is your free will. The free will is the same in the spiritual world and the material world. Free will is everywhere. Free will applies to everywhere. And you want to take your free will, no problem, happy days. But you need to deal with the consequences of this free will. You need to deal with the consequences of your actions. That's it. It's up to you. It's in your hands what you need. It's in your hands what you want for you. Okay, I agree with you because sometimes we don't have the entire background or knowledge, and then we decide, and sometimes it's not a good decision. No problem. Don't be ashamed to ask for help or to apologize for something you did wrong. Oh, but it hurts someone. Yes, may hurt, but you have the courage to keep going to fix this problem. You have to have this because nobody else is gonna do it on our behalf. At the end, it's only you reviewing your actions. It's only your conscious point the fingers to you, saying to you, you could have done a better job. You shouldn't take the right instead of left. You uh, did wrong here. It's you. It's you. Make mistakes is part of this process. And make mistakes is meaning evolution, meaning progress, meaning better chance, meaning new opportunity. It's not a bad thing at all. Make mistakes is not a bad thing at all. Make mistakes is an opportunity to improve yourself because perhaps you didn't have that visibility, you didn't have that view, and then you say, "Wow, now I know. I should have done a better job. I now understand why." So I learned a lesson. That's why you do not have to be afraid of make mistakes, but at the same time, do not be afraid to ask for help, to ask for apologies. So the message keep going here. Yonder, a brother who refused to offer fraternal help. In another place, a wife who deserts her home. Somewhere else, an unfeeling, unreasonable boss. You always have an excuse. We always have an excuse. Oh, I did this because that guy did this to me. That boss, he didn't understand. He doesn't have a heart. Oh, this or that. We have excuses for everything, everything. But are those excuses true? Are those excuses a valid point? Are those excuses a refugee from responsibility? Are you accepting your responsibility, or are you running away of your responsibility? What do you think you are? What type of person you are? Oh no, I assume all my responsibilities. Yes, okay, great. Now, this is a good point. But when you assume this responsibility, do you use this as a learning point, or you are kind of allowing your ego drive you, allowing your anger, allowing your bad temper guides you? Keep going here. Nevertheless, for centuries, the remedy for extinguishing these old enigmas involving human relationships has been pointed out in the teachings of the good news. So, the remedy for extinguishing these old enigmas involving human relationship has been pointed out in the teaching of the good news. So, using the good news, the examples, the life examples we had from Jesus. So when we see that he gave us the example, he gave us the north, what we need to do, how we need to do, where we need to do. Hey Glaucia, thank you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. So, and this was the good news. And what is the common point in Jesus' teachings, in Jesus' example? It was the fraternity, the charity. So, in other words, keep reading here. Fraternal charity is the key to all of the doors to good understanding. We need to serve more than acting a boss. We need to serve, and serve is not like humiliate yourself. No, to serve, it's putting a smile in someone else's mouth, doing good, at least small recognitions like, oh, did you change your perfume? I like it. Did you change your haircut? Are you okay? Did you lose weight? You know, but small things that sometimes meaning a lot. Someone is probably in a very bad day, bad mood. Everything's upside down in the life, in her life, her life or his life. But someone touch your shoulder and say, "Hey, are you okay?" This is charity. Charity is not only giving the money and, oh, I did my part. No, charity is worry about the other. Charity is, yes, give food for who are starving. Yes, it is charity. But did you stop to think how bad is the psychological of this person who needs to beg to eat? How down is this person? How morally devastated it is this person? So give food is one thing, but talk to them, knowing their afflictions, their problems, knowing the reasons why that person is in that situation. And this we have a lot during the Christmas time. Unfortunately, only in this period we are more touched to work this, because we have seen a lot of groups, giving shoebox, preparing soup, or collecting clothes all day, a lot of things. So we have mainly of these actions happen at the end of the year, but this should be a constant. And if we also allows this, give your time, perhaps we're gonna see a decrease in the level of people who needs this kind of support. When this happens, then I will say we are evolving, and then we are evolving. Keep going on here in our reading. The disciple of the gospel is someone who has been admitted into the presence of the divine master in order to serve. And the reward for such a worker cannot be expected in the immediacy of earthly society. How can one put fruit on the green shoot for a newborn tree? How can one bring forth a masterpiece from the block of marble with only the first strike of the chisel? Those who truly love in Jesus' name are sowing to reap a harvest in the eternity. Let's put a stop here. So everything you do, you must be motivated by something, must be a reason. What's the reason of your actions? Why you are doing this? I'm here today because I want to spread the spiritism in English. Even though I have my broken English, I'm not an English native speaker, but I'm trying my best to be here. The intention is spread the word in English. And looks like I'm getting what I'm want to, because we have people from Brazil, people from South Africa, people from United States, from Ireland today, everywhere. And we are here. So there is a purpose. I'm not an example for anything because this is one few things is going all right, But what's the purpose of your work? Do you like what you do? Are you doing your best? Are you working hard in order to succeed, or you are just a machine that work in the morning, go to work, come back home, go to bed? What's the purpose? What are you gonna get with this? Oh, but I need the money to pay my bills. Okay, great, I agree. All of us need the money to pay the bills, but you have the choice to do what give pleasures to you, and at the same time win money, get money. If you just discover you hate what you're working, why not change gears? So what's the meaning of all efforts you are doing here? Are you educating your children correctly? Oh, but I had a bad childhood. I didn't have a love from my father, from my mom. And this is not an excuse to not treat your son or your daughter with respect, with love, having an open conversation, having a fraternal conversation at home? Do you do you have the habit to do the gospel at home at least once a week? If no, why not to start it? Why not to sit with them and talk? Oh, they say the boring is Jesus. Okay, let's not talk about Jesus. Talk about his morals, the lessons he gave to us. Teach your children about their responsibility with their life, where they're gonna take it, responsibility of their decisions, what's the consequences of their decisions, preparing them to face the world. Let's keep going here. Let us not look for other people's guidance concerning issues that are obviously solvable by our own efforts. We know that desperation or cursing does no good. Each spirit has its own pathway to follow. This is important. Each spirit has its own pathway to follow. Therefore, in the light of fraternal charity, let us walk the pathway that life has given us today and always. I don't know where you are. I don't know what's your problem, but never give up. Oh, Stevan, but my life is so miserable. I always have to fight for what I want, to fight for this, to fight for that. Okay. Have you tried to look your life in a different way? How strong you are. If you have passed all your life fighting and you are there, still alive, you need to kill a lion per day. You are strong. You are a wonderful example for anyone. But just try. Instead of saying, a poor me, I'm good, I'm very strong, I'm positive, I'm fighting, I bought food for my table today, I bought food for my children today. So you are a wonderful person. Just keep fighting, just keep improving, just keeping practicing the fraternal charity, and the sky is the limit. You will fly a lot. For sure, you will fly a lot. But just see, you just change the position, just change it, the way you see things. Okay? Do you have any questions, my dears? Because the message is finished. We still have a little bit time, so we can I'm able to answer any questions you may have. So, by the way, thank you for everything. Thank you for be here. Spread the word. Send this video to your friends. And let's see what we can get. Let's try to always look at for the glass half full, not half empty. It's your choice. It's my choice. Okay? Okay? So, Aline, thank you. Thank you, my dear. So, we didn't get any questions, so let me do the final prayer. So, once more, we are here asking for inspirations, asking for wisdom to make the right choices, ask for courage to always move on. Please send us your love to support us, to stay with us every day, every second. So be it. Amen. Okay. Thank you, Aline. Thank you so much. Thank you, Glaucia. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Rihanna. Thank you for your time. We'll be back on Thursday. Uh, don't forget today, 8:30. So in about 1 hour and 15 minutes, we will have our healing on our YouTube channel. Just go to Spiritism Ireland, and you will see the link there. So it's 15 minutes, a short meeting, but with tons of benefits to everyone. So be there, stay with them, 8:30 on our YouTube channel, Spiritism Ireland. Okay? So thank you so much. I'll see you next Thursday. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.